Okay, there's so much to say. I got to make sure I cover everything. Also, besides Catherine, and also my friend Linda and my aunt Ronka, since my mom's passing, that's why I go to LA. That's what I wanted to say. I knew I was forgetting something. Communication. Yeah, communication, and also where Ronka was saying to me that she was saying, Steffi, do you want to hear it in Serbian or English? She was saying, read between the lines also, because there was no communication here. You were so caught up emotionally in a particular memory, in a particular situation, that you were not able to communicate. They couldn't understand. So read between the lines. Read between that all of this, it's an idol, it's an obsession, it's not supposed to matter, going in circles. Read between the lines that they're saying, I don't understand where you're coming from. And that's what I was talking about communication a while ago. And then also, I had asked Ronka, I says, okay, can you give me an example? And then that's where the example of the piano. My mom, if I can imitate my mom used to say, when I started playing my music and I started describing to her, oh, I'm doing this note, I'm doing this scale, my mom was just kind of more straightforward. She was like, people don't, if I can imitate her, people don't want to hear it where you're going into the theory, where you're going into the technique and everything, just like she was a jeweler. Yeah, she was like, just like when people are buying a ring, they don't want, or a piece of jewelry, they're not interested in all of unless it's related to what they're buying, but they're not interested in all the carat weight and in this, in this technical thing. They're more interested in the jewelry, unless, as my mom would say, unless you want to explain, you want them to understand, sit down, and instead of getting all frustrated. And, Ronka had said that. I'm jumping ahead. Ronka had said that. She said, Stefka, in a particular situation, you trying to explain why this memory, why this video was so important to you. They, if I can imitate Ronka, they understand you like you were trying to describe the Kolo. And then again, and they would look at you nicely and politely, and they would say that I'm going on and on and on. They would say, what's the Kolo? Well, now we know because I'm playing it. So, but what I mean is, yeah, people who have watched my playing, you know what it is now. But without that, it's like, what's the Kolo? And then there was something. Oh yeah, the LA trip. Yeah. That's another thing, and this works for me. This is the conclusion that I've come to, and I'm good. I'm okay with that. It's having the interest of a particular memory, connection, and that emotional connection. Is that wrong? The question is. My answer is no, that's not wrong in the desire, but in the approach. And I'm good. I'm okay with this. And then I felt like an example that God was dealing with me when it was the LA. That's what I was trying to say with you. By the way, everybody click on Bonaventure Hotel. You'll see the montage of what I call the LA trip from the car. The pictures that I took at the stoplights from approximately a year ago. And again, I don't text while I'm driving and I don't take pictures while I'm driving. I wait till the stop sign. But I felt that God was dealing with me, and also my aunt was saying to me, she says, Stefka, you want to take so many pictures before you come and visit me, or on another day when you're not visiting me? Go park in Walt Disney Concert Hall, walk around. When you're not in the car, you'll feel safer. Walk around in the car, take as many pictures, and everyone can see my pictures for your viewing pleasure also. And another thing, you can see why pictures, movies, photography, all of that, why that's, you can see my heart, why that's so important to me. I don't know this, but people have told me that when I take good pictures. To me, it seems like any 2-year-old, my niece, when she was in diapers, she could do this. When she was 3 years old, she could do this. But people tell me that the way I center the pictures, that they look professionals. I'm not aware of that, but that's what people tell me. And then also look at it. And then so that was wanting the movies of the precious memories. Nothing wrong with that. I still stand by that. But the approach, the way just like there was nothing wrong in taking those pictures of LA, but it's like nicely park in Walt Disney Concert Hall, take a walk. It was a walk where, and you can see my LA trip also from approximately 1 year ago. Walt Disney Concert Hall, the Bonaventure Hotel, the walk on First Street. And then also the food court, the marketplace. Also, yeah. So you can see, oh yeah, and the bank district also. You can see it on my YouTube page and you can see it on Google Maps. So, again, wonderful. The pictures were wonderful, but the way of going about it, try to avoid it while you're driving. Oh no, I'm not driving, especially in LA, especially when it's Walt Disney Concert Hall, because that's Bunker Hill. So it's really, sometimes it's really scary right on that corner. In fact, off of Grand and First, when I'm turning right on Walt Disney Concert Hall, that it's really uphill. So I have to be careful there. And as far as LA is concerned, I never thought I was going to drive in LA until a few years ago. But to me, this is a little bit of trivia, everyone's going to laugh. When I took the freeway from the 101 to the 110, I took the wrong turn when I first started learning how to drive. And I exited approximately 4th and Olive Street. I was so in shock. I was so like, whoa, this is like a page out of Star. A part of me was a little bit scared. But to me, that was the most interesting thing. It was like a page out of Star Wars. So, and also that's why the fascination, those buildings, as my nephew would say when he was little, they're humongous. So anyhow, like I had said, that's why LA, besides Disneyland, we know that, LA is the most fascinating thing to me. And of course, taking the pictures, and again, if I have a mount on the phone, then I can also record the drive, especially when I'm going through Little Tokyo, Bunker Hill, the Bank District, all of that looks interesting, and that's wonderful. That's wonderful. So everybody, you can see my pictures, and you can also see why pictures are so important to me, and where I would get so emotional over pictures and over movies, because that's my love language, so to speak. And also the trip to LA on my YouTube page, and then also the pictures on Google Maps. And then my late mom used to say she loved it. She said that when I'm taking pictures and acting like a photographer, she said that I'm not angry and ready to fight with the world. She says that I look happier and that I'm smiling more. And she said that I also had the talent also for taking pictures. Anyhow, I got to take a break, and I got to make sure I remember everything, that I didn't forget anything, and I'll be right back.